live. Yeah, and I think y'all doing some shit tomorrow too, right?
I'm just me and Nick. I don't know when Mark is going live again. He ain't say he go live when he's ready to go live. So
Can be like that.
you know what I mean.
Yeah. So this is the, kind of like the idea that you gave me, to be real
Yeah.
with you. Because it's crazy how we can do rappers who have the best producers. Let's do producers who work best with the rappers and shit.
Uh-huh.
Cause honestly, I feel like Dr. Dre would have been it's the perfect choice because he has like a varied taste in artists he has worked with.
Right.
Um, what else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I swear, on social media, everyone's talking about Megan and Michael Jackson.
Who gives a fuck? I don't care about Megan's relationship though. You know, these people got way too much time on their hands.
I'm saying it's like one or two memes is cute, but y'all when I see how motherfucker be like, oh well, they if you agree with what Clay did, that means you cheat too. I'm like, look, y'all don't even know these fucking people. Stop it.
Exactly. I'm like, why you okay? If we break up now with somebody, she ain't go fuck. Funny man. You niggas is funny.
Q said, "What do you think about Chris Brown's cover paying homage to Michael Jackson?" That's actually a pretty dope cover. Of course, doing the R&B lean and shit
Like
like that.
like you just called it Brown. The Brown album.
The Brown album,
The
interesting.
Brown album. That could mean anything.
Of course, my stuff does not want to respond. Great. Can you hear me?
Hmm.
Okay.
The Brown album.
Mm, what else is going on? What else is going on? You still haven't seen Michael yet, have you?
Not yet.
Okay.
Mike just asked us that.
Did who?
Mike asked me that like a couple hours ago. I saw that shit. He asked me the same thing.
Oh wow. Well, because I guess I don't know. I guess I just thought you would. Oh, you not want to see movie theaters like the same day it opens, right?
Nah, I haven't done that shit in years, yo. The last time I did that was I think Avengers Endgame. I saw it the same day. I haven't done that shit in years.
Let me come back on because my thing is not responding. Give me 1 second.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Everybody's talking about that shit. They already spoiled the ending and everything. They been talking about it. You heard what you said? I have my good things and things that should have been. Yeah, it's pretty much the same. People feel like it was good, but there's some stuff they left out, or they want to see part two to see if they add the stuff in. Crazy, yo. Crazy. Chilling. A day's relaxing. This is gonna be interesting tier ranking, yo.
Okay, I'm back.
Dre got some classics and then he got some shit.
Yeah,
Oh man.
but yeah, you say it's been a while since you've seen the movies the day it comes out, right?
Yeah, it was I went to the I went to the opening night for Avengers Endgame. I think that was before the pandemic.
Yep.
So I haven't been to like a opening night. I haven't done that since Endgame.
And I'm gonna be real with you. This was the most packed I've seen in theater since I went to go see Straight Outta Compton.
Right.
So like, when I tell you this was the most fun I've ever had in the movie theater, it was crazy. But yeah, man. I'm about to start like 3 to 5 minutes. I'm trying to get some more people up here.
It already made the money back. So it's they doing part two. I heard they trying to get that shit out by the end of the year or early next year. So I don't know because they he cut it down from 4 hours to what, how much like 2.5. So they already got like 2 hours worth of footage for part two. But the big question is, what are they gonna include the allegations in part two? Because you can't come back with a sequel and it's like the same tone from the first one.
Right.
It got to be some the shit that we know, and you throw in shit that people maybe don't know about. This is the fucked up thing about Mike's biopic. The state is controlling the shit, and if I felt like if the movie studio had stepped in and said like, yo, we're gonna do this biopic one and two, but we don't want the state to have the final say because they're painting a different picture of Mike, and I understand why, but at the same time they have to know that the public know what happened with in his life.
Right.
And if you're gonna do a biopic for Michael Jackson, you gotta it has to be done right. You know what I'm saying? Like same with Prince. If they ever do a Prince biopic, they gotta include how he died. They can't gloss over that shit. You know what I'm saying? If they can include if Mike's biopic can include his scalp getting burnt, they have to include like okay when he started taking the painkillers and he got addicted to that. That should be in the biopic.
Nah, I think the painkillers that's going to be in the biopic. I think.
For in part two,
Yeah,
and he died from propofol. All that should be in part two.
that's from what I heard. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we don't show that or we don't mention it, then it's like it never happened. And it's like you're painting a different picture to young kids growing up that don't know who Michael Jackson is. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be done right. Like Straight Outta Compton, that was done right.
All right. You're right. I'm ready to start whenever you are.
Let's go.
What's up, you two? How y'all doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homeboy trying to building with me.
Yo, what up?
What's up? What's up? So again, we're doing these tier ranking lists and stuff like that. Doing these tier rankings and stuff. And long story short, we are going to do Dr. Dre. Now, this is going to be something different. This is going to be something different than a lot of the tier ranking lists because testing. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, cool. My thing's frozen for a minute. Okay. All right. So this is gonna be very different because I'm actually gonna do a producer instead of a rapper. And this was actually kind of Try's idea, even though he don't want to fully admit it. He inadvertently gave me the idea because we were talking about how Dre gave Nas and LL some stuff that was not his usual standards to many people, but at the same time too, it was just gave us something interesting to talk about. And Dr. Dre being one of the most influential producers in not just hip hop and music, he definitely has his fair share of classic stuff and stuff where it's kind of like, I probably would have gone with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why when it comes to this list, definitely we're gonna have a lot of conversation because there's gonna be a lot of 1, 2 beat wonders and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So there's gonna be some times when Dre just did one beat and it might came out some heat and some other shit where it's just like, So this one's gonna be interesting. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, I feel like long story short, we can start with NWA if you ask me,
Mm,
just to be on
mm.
the safe side. NWA, and I'm also going to throw in Easy E too because the Easy Does It album, I still kind of consider that inadvertently an NWA album in its
He
sense.
didn't produce that.
Easy Does It.
Yeah, he didn't produce nothing on that.
Yes, he did with DJ Yella.
Oh, okay. I thought Easy
Yeah,
produced that whole album though.
hell no, hell no.
All right.
But one more thing I was going to mention. I know some people are going to be like, well, Dre had Ghost Production, great. Dre had help. I'll address some of that with some of these people and stuff like that, but we'll address all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, NWA. We're going to take it back. Oh, and final thing, I'm not going to discuss like the
All right.
world class wrecking crew. I'm not going to talk about CIA because I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't really listen to too much of world class wrecking crew, and I'm not really too big on that techno early West Coast kind of sound. I respect it, but the ones I picked are just you'll be surprised. So
Right.
NWA, I'm gonna take it back to NWA and the Posse because they had the songs like Boys in the Hood, 8 Ball, Panic Zone, and then they jumped into the Easy Does It album. Wait, Easy Does It? Excuse me, Straight Outta Compton that came out before Easy Does. Excuse me. Um, and with that album, that came out with a classics like "Fuck the Police," "Straight Outta Compton," "Express Yourself." Um, One thing I always love about Straight Outta Compton, you can tell he was influenced by um Marley Marl, Said
Mm,
G, because a lot of that production you can tell they were listening like Criminal Minded, um, Arch Magnetic MC's Critical Beatdown, both classic albums.
right.
Then with the Easy Does It, it's like a more lighthearted production, easier said than done, which I personally feel that's one of his most underrated beats. Him and DJ Yella, they definitely made a dope combination. We want easy radio, no more questions. But then 1990, when they dropped 100 Miles and Running EP, oh my God, this was when Dre really was getting into the stepping stones on that whole G Funk sound and everything like that too. But
Mm-hmm.
then he stepped his game up with, in my personal opinion, one of his top productions ever, the Niggas for Life album. Whoo! Okay, I know people be like, well, that album's on misogynist. That album's look, we ain't talking about all that shit. Same people that say that, same people that y'all bump all this motherfucking shit about fucking lean and all that shit. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. But
Right.
I'm speaking primarily about the production, like the way how he used those synths on songs like "Always Into Something," "One Less Bitch," "She
Oh,
Swallowed It." I mean, call me crazy. There's some days I kind of prefer the production of this album than the Chronic. Call me crazy, but yeah, to me, NWA, I might put them on gold.
for sure. They gotta be here. Like just
Yes.
for what they did for West Coast hip hop, gangster rap, and being no radio play. and still being able to go multi-platinum, and they sold their albums behind the register. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just
Right.
raw rap, and to have like successful artists from that group, Dre, Cube, Ren, Easy, Yella, even Yella went off and did like filming porn and stuff, and that's a classic group.
Got you. Yes, yes. All right. Let's do something NWA adjacent. The DOC.
Mm,
Okay, so the DOC is a very close collaborator when it comes to Dr. Dre
mm.
and everything like that too. Originally he's from See, the thing about the DOC was the nigga was from I think Dallas,
Yeah.
rapping like he's from the East Coast, but being backed by West Coast production. That right there alone is
Hmm.
ahead of its time and shit like that too. And when he did the No One Can Do It Better album, I'm sorry, that album is a five mic classic. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. It's like when I listen to the album, I get sad because he could have definitely been a motherfucking problem if he hadn't had that tragic car accident. But he
Right.
still ended up writing for Dre and sharpening up Snoop's rhymes and stuff like that too.
Hmm.
Which we'll talk more about that when we talk about that. But yeah, man, mind blowing. What's that one? Son, the formula. Ooh,
Oh,
nigga, love the way he used that Marvin Gaye sample. The DOC, the Doctor, let the bass go. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Like like people forget this album was big at that time. People forget this album was
hmm.
big. Like
Yeah.
the production, the lyricism. Um, I know he did some other stuff for Dre, like he did this one song that was unreleased called "The Bridget" that was on the first round knockout compilation, which
Yeah.
that was a compilation that was a lot of unreleased Dr. Dre stuff, primarily from the late '80s, the mid to late '80s, and stuff like that too. Like you have, it's like a greatest hit slash unreleased shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
yeah, but again, just for that one album, I might put him GOAT tier, either GOAT or
Oh,
great.
yeah. For sure. Definitely the GOAT. His music has been sampled by artists like SWV.
Yes,
Production was fire. It's like an extension of the NWA family tree with those albums,
right,
and just a classic for sure.
definitely. All right,
You got Warren G.
let's
You
get a
got
little.
Warren G on this list.
You said what?
You
Yeah, I
got
got
that's
Warren
you
G.
got Warren G on the list. He only did one remix for him. What else he do for
Yeah,
him?
I mean, a lot of motherfuckers he did one shit for them, but
Right.
I did have to. But I'm also going to include like if they do. That's one thing I forgot to mention.
Hmm.
Sometimes with Dre, I'm also including featured appearances as well too.
Okay.
Like if they were on Chronic or Doggy Style or even 2001, I'm also gonna count that, see how they flow on the beat. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, because a lot of the stuff that he produced for other people, it was shelved, or yada yada.
Right.
We all know
So
that
we
shit.
got so we got two GOAT status, the GOAT tier artists on there right now.
Right. Give me one quick second. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's do a little challenging. Somebody a little challenging.
Uh-oh.
Let's go to Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes.
Okay. Busta Rhymes.
Uh, Now, Busta Bust. Now he worked with Dre starting with like the middle part of his career. and everything
Hmm.
like that too. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he ended up being on Aftermath for a little bit, which I feel like he should have stayed, but that's another story for a different day. Um, he first started off on the song "Holla" from the Wash soundtrack, which later ended up being on the Genesis album. That was actually not a bad song. That's actually one of the tolerable songs from Genesis. Um, he also did Truck Volume and Break Your Neck. Um, Truck
Break Your
Volume,
Neck is fire.
Break Your Neck. Break Your Neck was dope. I like that one.
Yeah.
Um, then we got he did a song with Obi Trice called O and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I forgot. Dre also did some stuff for DOC's Deuce album. Mental Disturbed, Judgment Day, and Psychics Pimp Hotline. I've heard those a
Hmm.
while back ago, but I gotta re-listen to those. He did some O with Obi Trice. That was pretty cool. Um, he did the song of the Whoop with Ras Kass and Dina Ray. That was from the unreleased Golden Child album, which I wish that would have came out. And of course, the Big Bang, like the shit he
Yes.
did with he did Get You Some with Mark Batson in the
Hmm.
Ghetto. I love that song in the Ghetto and stuff
Yes.
like that too. Even though that was primarily done by Lantern, he did do some finishing touches on that.
Right.
Cocaina with Marsha Ambrosius was dope. Stay tuned for
Fire.
Marsha Ambrosius.
Uh-huh.
Don't Get Carried Away with Nas and stuff. That was actually a dope song too. Yo,
Right.
that Big Bang album. I'm sorry, that is a underrated classic. I don't give a fuck what
Oh
no
yeah,
one say.
for sure.
That is an underrated classic album.
Yeah.
Then About Me with Raekwon on the Only Bit for My Cuban Links 2 and shit. So yeah, man. I'm gonna put Bust on great.
Yeah. Same. I love the production from Dre on Big Bang. You know, Genesis. I like Genesis. It wasn't a great album. I think that's when he started to show cracks. But Break Your Neck, that was like the first single from that album. That was a huge hit.
Exactly. Yeah, Break Your Neck, that's probably the most tolerable song on that album.
I mean, he had some joints. He had
Um,
the Joey Khalees was on there. What it is?
I never cared for that one. But I do hear what you're saying. I do hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it for the West Coast head. Let's go to Above the Law. Now,
Yes.
if you guys know this channel, you guys know I'm a huge fan of this group. Even though I haven't really done a lot of reviews because I almost got Black Mafia Life, but some motherfuckers took it before me. I know we did the Living Like you were in the Living Like Hustlers review, right?
Yeah, we did those.
Okay, which we're gonna start with that album, and I'm gonna be real with you. One of the most greatest hip hop albums of that time. When I hear murder rap for the first time, like that beat makes the
Hmm.
motherfucker go crazy and shit.
Right.
Untouchable, Ball, and I love that song. Menace to Society, the last song with NWA was fire and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Even though also Cold, Cold and E7, they also did production too.
Yeah.
There's some controversy on who exactly truly started that G Funk sound because some people want to say
Right.
Cole 187, some people want
Uh-huh.
to say Dr. Dre. With all due respect, and this with all due respect, I kind of feel like people like EPMD were like the pioneers of that sound. If you
Oh,
ask me, but
right.
that's not. I've expressed that so many times. Y'all can check a lot of the EPMD stuff and stuff like
Uh-huh.
that too. Hell, even where's the love for cats like DJ Pooh, LA Posse, like the stuff that they did on Low Profiles album. That Low Profile album was so underrated and stuff like that too. Cause DJ Pooh's another motherfucking cat that don't get his just due, and it's kind of crazy too. Cause
Oof.
he definitely had a more. He definitely was very consistent in the '80s, '90s when it comes to production. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? He's more than just Red for Friday. That's all I'm gonna
Right.
say.
Facts. Facts.
But above the law, I'm gonna put him in great too.
Yeah, they had some joints. Very I slept on them, very underrated. They definitely had some joints though.
Right. Now, granted, even though I love Living Like Hustlers, I do prefer Black Mafia Live
Uh,
and maybe Uncle Sam's Curse over that album. And
I
I feel
love that
like,
album cover for that.
yeah, because technically
Classic.
Black Mafia Live was supposed to came out in '92, but Ruthless had some legal issues going on, and that's when Dre came out with the Chronic, and Black Mafia
Mm,
Live came out in '93. But if you
right,
listen to the production, you can tell that album was recorded like in early to mid '92
yeah,
because that G Funk style, that the way how Cole was doing that G Funk style, it was like a lot more leaner, but it was still menacing at the same time. Whereas like
right,
with Dre, it was menacing in certain parts, but he had a more melodic kind of tone to it.
right.
But all right, I want to challenge.
Oh, you got a lot
I
here.
want to challenge.
Got a lot here.
I might save Eminem for last. I'm
Uh
gonna save the
oh.
White Boy for last.
Uh oh.
Let's go to Jay Z. Jay Z.
Okay.
All right, so if you want to be technical, Jay did write for Dre, but we're not talking about writing.
Yeah.
um, I think Jay and Dre that rhymes only did a couple things together. The Watcher 2 on the Blueprint 2, in my
Hmm.
opinion, one of the stronger tracks from that album.
Definitely.
One of the stronger tracks from that album.
Hmm.
It's funny. I'm actually trying to low key get that out for the collection video just to
Uh,
complete the J collection, but I want to actually get a
Jesus Christ.
reasonable.
You should. Do people actually selling that? It should be free.
Oh,
It
nigga
should be
was
a
trying to sell
giveaway.
that shit for like $16. They was trying to sell that shit for like $16 and shit. I was like, the most I'll buy for
No,
that album was like 12 or 13.
it,
The most I'll
it,
buy.
there should be a giveaway for that shit. That shit was bad. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I didn't buy it. I got it for free. Did not buy it because I was not buying that shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, man.
Um. Oh, he did. He did. Watch Me on Volume 3. He was on the chorus for that.
Dre was on the course, but I think Irv Gotti did that beat.
That guy did the beat, and it sounded like a Dre beat though. So
It,
that's I'm like,
yeah,
yo,
and that's what threw me off for years. That's what threw me off for years and stuff like that too,
yeah,
because all those years, I think before I dropped the, all those years before I reviewed the album, I said to myself, yeah, this definitely sounds like a Dre beat.
like,
Hmm,
ooh,
that's interesting.
yeah,
And then also on Kingdom Come album, he did Lost One with Chrisette Michelle. He did 30 something. He did Trouble and Minority Report. Lost One and 30 something were two of my favorite songs on the album.
yes, yeah. Mike, what
Um,
up?
what up, Mike? So yeah, I'm gonna have to say great too.
Mm.
What you think? Great, dope. What you think?
I would say good because I like the production from him on Kingdom Come, and this is like late. This is
Okay,
like late Dre, like 2006 Dre.
right.
30 something was one of my favorites, and Lost One was actually a single from that album. And I like Minority Report also. I like that one. The joint with Neo.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Watch Me was fire. That was like one of my favorite songs on Volume 3. The Watcher 2, that on that terrible double album. So yeah, I would say good.
Definitely. Okay, I'm not mad about that. Give me 1 second.
Dartmouth actually
Okay,
asked a good question. How good would Pac and Dre be if they stayed together? I think if Pac didn't have no beef with Dre, he could have gave him a classic album. Like, for sure. He was still in his
I
prime
can see what you're saying.
at that time. But Pac had beef with him, so
All right, all right, definitely. So I put Jay on solid. Okay, not bad. Okay, JJ Fad. I threw in JJ Fad.
Oh
and
God.
shit.
Oh Lord.
Supersonic album, Supersonic album and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hold you. Supersonic, cheesy, yeah. You can tell this was kind of influenced by that world class wrecking crew production and stuff. I wasn't really too big on JJ Fad, but
Mm,
it was interesting hearing that kind of production. I'll probably say mid for me.
yeah. It's yeah. It's a shame they didn't get a lot of promotion though, man. You know what I'm saying?
They
Like
didn't.
they didn't get a lot of promotion. I don't know if it's the label or just them. They wasn't. I don't even remember seeing a video for Supersonic. You
It
know what I'm
was.
saying? I don't remember. Like they wasn't getting played a lot on Video Music Box or MTV Raps, and you know you notice how Dre didn't come back for the second album. It was just Arabian Prince and Yellow. You know.
Yeah. I think there was a story about that. I think they did. They were on Vlad. They talk. I forgot why that
Hmm.
happened. I think it was because of royalty issues. But yeah, because that not just the fact came out in '91,
Right.
like 1990, 91.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why he actually did that, but whoever knows, maybe can help me out. But yeah, I put them on mid.
Yeah.
Uh, so let's see. Hmm. Who am I? Did JJ Fad? Fuck it. I'll just do Michelet. Fuck it.
Okay. Michelle.
All right. Michelet. Again, I do actually have her album. I'm surprised I haven't talked about that album up to this point
Yeah.
because that's
I'm surprised too.
yeah. Maybe because I like her. I wasn't really too big. She can sing though, but
Yeah.
we can talk about that in the future. Maybe I might get Ash on that one. Maybe
There
Ash
we go.
Lashia or whatever.
We're gonna
Um,
actually wear a Dodgers fitted and shit.
shit. But Nasty, which I'm gonna be real with you, I always hated the way how they spelled that track. I thought
Yeah.
at first when I saw the track, I thought it was called Nice Try, but when I looked, it goes like not nasty. But
Right.
okay. Something in my heart. That's the first song I heard from Michelet from this
Yeah.
album. A classic song. Even when she still performs the song live, it's still dope.
For
No
sure.
More Lies with Dre was cool. Um, a little trivia when this video that Ice Cube was talking about on No Vaseline was something in my heart video
Mm-hmm.
when they would dress up like pimp hats and everything like that too. So a little hip hop history there.
Wow.
That's pretty much it. Honestly, the production on the Michelet is a tad bit better than JJ Fat. It was very interesting hearing Dre on that R&B production, so I might put him on great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, solid. Yeah,
Dre doing R&B ballads. It was like unheard of at that time. So, and he actually gave Michelle a classic album.
right,
So yeah, she's underrated as a singer too. Nobody talks about her.
right. They so quick to talk about her voice and
Right.
oh, she was the one that got abused by Dre and Suge, and
Hmm.
then just like okay, we get it. It's
Yeah.
like we get it. It's like every fucking year they talk the Grammys talking about the Dr. Dre award. Oh well,
Yeah.
he's an abuser. You know how many horrible people won Grammys, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on
Exactly.
that. But at least Dre actually apologized. I'm not saying what he did was right though, but not a lot
Right.
of abusers or art rappers. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
Apologize and stuff. You know what I'm saying so,
Facts.
but I'm not. I don't
Facts.
want to turn this into a whole scandal. Like you said last night, Try. We're not here to talk about the scandal, just the music.
Right. Right.
Um. All right. I'm gonna go. Okay, I did a lot of one album wonders. I gotta spice it up a little bit. Gotta spice it up. Spice it up. Let's go to 50 Cent.
All right.
And I'm also gonna do a little side note for G Unit too. So I'm gonna talk about G Unit too because I thought it would make sense. I'm gonna
Right.
save the game for his own entity because he's another story for a
Oh
different
yeah.
day.
For sure.
Okay, 50 Cent, Mr. Curtis Jackson, Mr. Power Universe, Mr. Anytime somebody's going through something, I'm gonna make your day worse, nigga.
Right.
Get Rich or Die Trying. Okay, so the stuff he did with Mike Elizondo, Back Down, classic beat,
Oh yeah.
classic diss track. If I Can't, um, very dope track. I love that one. Of
Five.
course, In the Club, it's a classic record. That was
Bro,
that record right there. I
bro.
mean, have you ever seen the Irv Gotti interview when he talked about how he heard that record for the first time?
Nah, what do you say?
He was talking about how he said, "Oh, we in trouble," but he was like, "Oh, that beat is hot," but can the rapper connect the dots? And when he heard that, he's like, "Oh, we in trouble," and
Mm.
stuff like that too. It was, I think, it was an interview he did like in a 2010 and everything
Unless
like
at
that.
least he was honest, because once that came out, Jawu fans left. That was it.
Shit, right? All right. So Get Rich or Die Trying, classic. Okay. Then we're gonna go into the Beg for Mercy album, the stuff he did with Scott Storch, popping them tags and G'd up. Um, Another album I'm surprised I don't have in my collection. Again, when was growing up, I wasn't really the big G Unit guy growing up, but I didn't really start liking that album to maybe the mid to late 20 teens. Because mind you,
Right.
it took me a while to really get 50 in my collection too. So,
Mm.
um, oh damn, I forgot to put Gwen Stefani. Okay, yeah, I'll put Gwen Stefani. All right, then we got he did some stuff for the Encore album, which I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save Encore when I talk about Eminem. Fuck that. Nah, fuck that.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that we're gonna talk about that. That's why I'm gonna save him for last. We're gonna talk about that one
Yeah.
because the Massacre, to me, a an album I hated for a long time, but I actually love that album. Not hated, but I didn't like the singles. The singles were like
Right.
Candy Shop, Out of Control. But and mind you, the stuff he gave to the game, but we're gonna talk about that for another day. Out of Control, Guns Come Out, those were pretty dope. And then the Get Rich Die Trying soundtrack. Ooh,
Mm.
ooh, come on, man, come on.
Oh yeah.
Talk about me when it rains, it pours, my nigga.
Yes.
Oh shit. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I let me see. Okay. You know what? I was throwing the documentary tracks, like the stuff he did with Game that Dre produced, like West Side Story and How We Do.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be real with you. I might get some flack. I never cared for that How We Do beat.
Really?
I never cared for that How We Do beat. Ding
Crazy.
ding 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 ding. It just sounds like some game show, some thugged out game show kind of shit. And when I first heard it, it didn't really sound finished to me. You
Wow.
know what I'm saying? Now, if it was just 50 on the beat,
Uh-huh.
I may have tolerated it, but I don't know. But now West Side Story,
Yes.
fire. I love that
Definitely.
beat. I love that beat. Um, okay, okay. Then the Young Buck the World, which
Mm.
I never cared for Young Buck. But
Oh man.
Hold On and You Ain't Going Nowhere. Those were I. Then the Curtis album,
Oh
um, which Curtis got some joints. Curtis got
yeah.
some joints.
Yeah.
The stuff he did, like he did some additional production on Straight to the Bank. Ha 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 ha. Ah,
Yes.
I love that
Dun,
record.
dun, 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 dun.
Um, Come and Go, Fire with Young Buck and what's her name? Nicole Scherzinger, the
Mhm.
Pussycat Doll girl.
Allah. You know they got back together, supposedly.
Yeah, I read about that. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Before I self destruct, Death to My Enemies, Psycho, and Okay, You're Right. Those were I.
Fire. Okay,
Yeah,
you're right.
that's another album I gotta be listening to. I haven't heard that album in years. All right. For the most part, I would say GOAT. For the most part,
Hmm.
I
Yeah, for sure. He 50 Cent owes Dr. Dre his life. Though. Like every all in the club is a huge hit, like a timeless record. You know, and to think that Dre supposedly gave that beat to D12 and Rakim and they passed it up, or was that a rumor?
No, that's true.
That so
That's
D12
true.
had it in
Now,
Rakim, and they both passed it up.
yeah, because Rakim, when he was on Aftermath, a lot of those beats that Get Rich or Die Trying, they were given to Rakim first. But Rakim didn't really vibe with those stuff.
He
And
crazy.
D12, I think Bizarre confirmed it in an interview that they passed on that beat, which
Wow.
I could see D12 more than Rakim in the
But what?
club
But
beat.
Rock, if Rakim signed the Aftermath, what type of beats he thought he was getting from Drake? You know what I'm saying? Like when you on Aftermath, what the beats Drake gonna give you?
But but the thing with Dre has a sound for different artists and stuff like that too. Like he might say, okay, he might give you that beat, but he might make another beat that sounds like Family Affair, which has a more R&B tone to it, but a little more bounce to it, which we'll get more into that in a
Right,
minute. Or back in the day when he was working with Snoop, especially the Doggy Style album, like it was definitely more melodic compared to Chronic. Chronic was melodic, but the drum sometimes it had a harder edge to it. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing I would say.
Okay, so you picture a whole Rakim album produced by Dre. It would have sounded like The Watcher too.
Maybe the Watcher too with the street edge. I mean,
Hmm.
because Rakim's more like he's a melodic rapper too,
Right.
and everything. He would get on a harder edge like track like like Know the Ledge, Let the
Hmm.
Rhythm Hit Him, and everything like that too. But I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to say because Rakim he's a very particular type, and that's kind
Right.
of why I didn't really put Rakim
Hmm.
on this list respectively because it's kind of hard for me to really rate because while Rakim is a goat and he's one of my top lyricists of all time, he can only rap on a certain production. And Dre, he's a very elite producer. It's kind of like with the whole Nas. We'll see that more when we talk about Nas and the Dre,
Right.
which I know we're going to. I know I could have easily just skipped Nas too, but
Hmm.
at the same time too, I wanted to be fair and stuff like that. 'Cause he did more stuff for Nas than Rakim. So
Right.
if you guys get my drift,
Yeah.
but D12 they were crazy passing. D12 were crazy passing on that in the club beat.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. All right. So now we're gonna go into King T, King motherfucking T.
NT.
A guy we recently talked about his discography a couple months ago. Which I feel like that was a very episode,
Yeah, that was dope.
dope
Yeah.
episodes. If you want to be technical, I would throw in the We're All in the Same Gang because he didn't have one of the strongest verses on that track. And
Mm,
then
mm, mm, mm.
dun. I mean,
Yes.
let me ask you something. We're
Uh,
all in the same gang or self destruction.
so I know self destruction more, but yo, you know what was crazy? I saw that on vinyl for All in the Same Gang, and I didn't buy it.
Yeah, me too.
I need
Cause
to get that the single, but All in the Same Gang is was dope. I remember the Arsenio Hall performance they all did.
classic.
You know what I'm saying? But self destruction was everywhere though. They like I said, like they played that more over here than All in the Same Gang.
Right. Okay. I might have to go with self destruction by a landslide. To be
Right,
real with you, but all the same game was cool. But I ain't gonna hold you. There was some corny verses here and there on that track.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I there were, but I might talk about that in the future. There was some verses I kind of had to raise my eyebrows at. It's wild how, in my opinion, MC Hammer had the best verse on that. We're
Oh,
all in the
real?
same game. Yes,
Wow.
Hammer had the best verse,
Hammer,
but
you think Hammer had the best verse on that song? Wow.
yeah, that might be his best verse he
Wow.
ever did in his whole career. Yeah, I said it.
Crazy.
I said it.
Yo.
Now have you ever heard that Pump the Fist with Cube Cam above what's the Lynch Mob Yo Yo? Have you ever heard that one?
I might have heard that one. It don't sound familiar though.
It's like they did that around the LA riots and stuff. I'm gonna send it to you. That
Yeah,
that
I might
one
have. Yeah.
shits all over. We're all in the same game.
Wow.
Yeah, but we might have to do a posse
Posse.
or what we did with the self destruction heal because That one it has some heat too. But
Right.
anyway, all right, Dr. Dre, Kingdom King T, Thy Kingdom Come album, which I feel like is a very dope album. I wish that would have came out in '98 and stuff like that too, because I feel like that would have really gave Aftermath a stronger push, especially after the whole compilation album, the Firm album, like songs like Speak on It, Money. Oh, Money with Dre and Don Robinson was dope.
Yeah.
Big Ballin', Where's T? Very, very dope album. I think that album and the For Life album are my favorite album from King T and stuff. So I'm gonna put King T in great.
No doubt. That was a good album. We did a review on that, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that
And
was a good album.
also some LA Niggas from the 2001 album. I can't forget about
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
One of my
That's
favorites from that album. Ooh.
oh yeah.
By the way, I have an idea, but I'm
Uh-huh.
also gonna send it to you. I've been coming
Oh,
up with some ideas lately while I was in my
that's
state,
good.
so
That's good.
trying to get my shit, trying to get my mind out, certain shit. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk. Well, I say great, yeah, great, yeah.
We don't have a whack artist yet. This is crazy.
It is interesting. I thought it was gonna be much more headache and stuff like that too.
Right.
But Dev Paliwal says, "What do you think about DJ Premier Nas?" We actually did a review on that
Great
album.
album.
So if you wanna, you said you thought the album was pure dump juice. Wow. Well, we actually did a review and we actually liked it, and we also
Yeah,
recently talked
I
about
don't
that.
I don't know
Huh?
what people expected from the what did they want from Primo? Y'all wasn't getting New York State of Mind for 15 tracks.
Right. Exactly. But check out the review and check out our more of our expanded thoughts on the recent Nas discography breakdown we've done about 2 weeks ago. Yeah. All right. So, hmm. Let me I forgot to get Gwen Stefani's picture. I'm gonna get that and add her. But while I do that, let's go to Ice Cube, one of my favorite MCs of all time. Now, we already talked about the NWA stuff and everything like that too. We already talked about that.
Mhm.
And if you really want to go in the archives, you can throw in the CIA. You can throw in like the CIA stuff, the trio he did with KD and Sir Jinx and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But not all motherfuckers know about that shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's why we here and
Mhm.
shit. Because not only do we entertain, we educate. And
Yes,
so
sir.
we all know that he was supposed to have done an album called Helter Skelter and the song Natural Born Killers from the Murder Was a Case soundtrack. I'm gonna be real with you. I did not like that song at first.
Wow.
I did not like that song at first because I don't know. I liked a lot of alternative rock, and it felt like Dre was doing some weird Nine Inch Nails kind of shit. And I love Nine Inch Nails.
Uh-huh.
I love Nine Inch Nails, but it was just like when it came to Cube and Dre, I don't know. I expected something different, but then over the years, I came to love that record. Like that is a very eerie song and stuff like that too. Which I personally think the album did not come out because of labor politics and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because he was on death row, which he was on death row, and I think Cube was on priority. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Yeah, priority. So and also to the whole NWA thing. I don't know, but that's my thoughts. And then of course, the Scarface Untouchable song. He was on Ice Cube was on that song Game Over
Mhm.
and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was a again from the Untouchable, another album I've expressed how I had a lot of weird thoughts about that. It was kind of a weird album for Scarface.
Right.
And we're gonna go into the War and Peace Volume 2. War and Peace Volume 2 with Hello, with Dr. Dre and MC Ren. Another song I did not like at first. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Wow. So you don't like the Ice Cube and Dre stuff?
No, 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 no. Wait a minute.
Mhm.
I came to appreciate that
Oh,
song and stuff like that too. It's actually one of my favorite songs from One Piece Volume 2, an album I don't really care about too much,
right.
to be real with you. But and he did a song called "Issues" on a Compton song on the Compton album. So interesting. There's like a lot of songs I did not like, but then I end up liking. I'll put him on great.
You know, it's crazy the video for Natural Born Killers. That they used to play that on the MTV rock show, the 120 minutes.
I heard about that. Yeah,
Yeah, because it had a rock sound to it. So a lot of the rock audience they like the song. They like the video, you know. So it was like, and then you had Tupac in the video also. I love the song. I thought like if they had did an album like that, that would have been crazy. Like Dre in his prime in the '90s with '90s Ice Cube. You know, that would have been a classic album for sure. Especially if he was getting
yeah,
songs like that.
that would have been crazy.
You know what I mean? But I love that song. Hello, that was fire. On a shitty album, I don't like part two of War and Peace. I think part one was better. But that song was fire though.
Yeah, I loved MC Ren's verse on that track too.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna throw in Gwen Stefani. Give me 1 second. Because even though she didn't do a lot with Dre,
Mm,
I can't really ignore it because it's and it's also to show
like,
diversity in this video and stuff like that too. So she was on Let Me Blow Your Mind with Eve. I'm gonna save Eve for later too. That was a dope beat. That was a big song back in '01. A very
yeah.
big song. I heard
Hmm.
that beat everywhere. That song everywhere.
Hmm.
She also did a song "Rich Girl" with Eve from Love Angel Music, Baby. That album, fucking
Yeah,
classic album. I don't give
definitely.
a
Best
fuck with
album.
no.
That's our best album.
Way better than the Sweet Escape. I
Yeah.
like Sweet Escape, but it was way too poppy for me.
Uh, th- They had Swiss beats on there. It wasn't good.
Oh
Oh,
damn! I wasn't even gonna mention Swiss, but damn, thank you. So Gwen, great, solid. What you think?
yes. I say what's the tier after GOAT? We gotta put him in that tier.
Great,
Yeah. Two big hits with Eve for sure.
got you. So just to let y'all know, we're just gonna reschedule the Cisco review for tomorrow because I'm off tomorrow and Ashley's off tomorrow too. Because I feel like this might be longer than I thought. I'm not gonna make it to 8:30. Plus, a certain somebody was a little late today, but I'm not gonna say shit. But
I was
because
like, I had to
I
look
ain't
at
gonna
the
hold you,
list. I was like, I was looking at the list. I'm like, what did Drake do for 1G? Oh, a remix. That's all. 1G should be next.
okay, we can do 1G,
See?
but
I
with
looked
all
through
the
the
times
list.
I
I'm
was
like,
like,
I have
I'm
to
not
make sure that I listen to everything from everybody.
same. I had to make sure I included the right people too
The
and
only the
stuff
only
like that.
ones the only shit um other than above the law shit, everything else just about I heard. You know what I'm saying? And well, I have like a lot of the exhibit albums I have and Dog Pound and all that.
Definitely.
Well, he mixed the Dog Pound first album. What else did he do for Dog Pound?
I mean, I threw in some. I with Dog Pound, I'm also going to count features from Chronic, soundtrack
Okay,
placements, Doggy Style.
okay,
Of course, the Corrupt solo shit.
right.
Like I said, it's a West Coast celebration. So, but you say you want to do Warren G next? We can do him.
I mean, he only got one song. Unless you want to do the one song ones last.
Well, I was actually going to take it back to 1993 with the "Ain't No Fun" song from
Right,
Doggy Style and
right.
whatnot. If you want to be
That was
technical,
great. That was great.
yeah, he had one of the most funniest verses on that track. I ain't gonna lie, I love it. I
Oh
love
yeah,
his verse and
for
flow
sure.
and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Also on These Nuts, I think he was the one who was like These Nuts on
Right.
the Chronic.
Yeah. Yeah, because he said he helped with the chronic.
Yeah, that's what he said. Game Don't Wait remix.
Fire.
That was pretty straight. The Return of the Regulator, very underrated album.
Mm,
Looking at You, hot take. I may like that a little bit more than Regulate G Funk era.
wow.
A little bit more.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
I mean, I love G Funk era, but I feel like
Uh,
he stepped his game up with each album. I even like Take a Look Over Your Shoulder, which that a lot of people say that's his worst album, but
See, you know what? You know what's crazy? I had gotten that from from Columbia House back in the day when they had it in the 99 cent bin,
yeah,
and I thought it was so bad I threw it away, and then years later I ended up getting it again.
yeah, because it's funny
It
because
was it had I had bought a CD hall and it was in the CD hall, so I was like, you know
right,
what? I'm gonna just keep it. But I mean, it has some joints, but I don't think it was a good sophomore album from compared to like the
yeah,
first
it
one.
wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't touching the first one, but I don't feel like it deserved all the hate it got, especially over the years later. But then when he came out with "I Want It All," ooh,
That was
way
that
better,
was that was a great one.
way better
Yeah,
album,
definitely. That's one of his best to me.
definitely. All right, so for Warren, I might have to put him in great. Jesus
Warren,
Christ.
and Warren did all that without his brother's help. Like he didn't. He said, "I'm my own producer. I don't need Dre on my album like that."
Right.
You know,
Wow. No, get the fuck out of here for Dre. That's
not
crazy.
yet, not yet. I think that's coming now. That's coming.
Should I say Snoop and Eminem make those the last two? What you think?
Yeah, because that's like he put them on. He put them on the map.
I feel
You know
like
what I'm
we're
saying?
gonna have a lot. Yeah.
50 is
Okay.
different because 50 already had a record deal with Columbia, and then he got dropped, and he had the buzz in the street. So Dre and Eminem ain't put 50 on. He already had that
Right.
buzz.
I let's see who we can do next. Um you know what? Tupac.
Mm,
Now there's some controversy when it comes to Tupac. And part of me wanted to skip him, but I was like, I cannot skip Pop. Nah, fuck that. Can't skip
nah,
Pop.
hell no.
Some people say Daz did California Love. Some people say Dre didn't do it. I felt Dre did it, but he had some help. But California Love, the OG version, fire. I love the OG version. Like the way how they flipped that Joe Cocker, he flipped that Joe Cocker sample. Because originally California Love was supposed to have been a Dre solo track. And you
Right.
can hear the solo version. You can hear the solo version on Oh, damn! I didn't even put Kendrick. Oh shit. Okay, how can I skip
Kendrick not on
Kendrick?
the list?
No, no, yeah, I'm gonna put Kendrick. Shit, I knew I forgot somebody. Damn. But California Love. I love the remix too on the All Eyes on Me. Cause y'all
Mm,
should know the OG version was not on the All Eyes on Me album. I think they
right.
reissued it and they threw it in there in later reissues. I'm not too
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But also he did Can't See Me and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which
Wow.
that was a dope record.
Fire.
And shit. And again, that was originally supposed to have been a Dre's track because for that original second album, the Chronic 2, Papa's got a brand new roach, some shit like that.
Yeah.
So fuck it. Go.
Definitely. California Love. I love both versions, like the remix and the original one. Like
Same.
they played it. They played both versions on the radio. When the video came out, it was everywhere. Like definitely, like that's a classic double album. For the two tracks that Drake did, I wish he had did more for Pac, but for the two tracks he did, it was great.
Definitely. All right. Give me 1 second. I'll throw Kendrick in a little later too. Even though he didn't do a lot for Kendrick, but
He did one song. He did the recipe. What else he do for Kendrick?
he did another track on the Good Kid, Mad City. Hold on, let me see.
On the deluxe edition, it's only the recipe he did. And then he had Kendrick on the Compton album.
Wait a minute, hold up. Because I'm on his production discography right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, while I do that, let's go to the next one because I'm gonna see some shit. Uh, um, Mary J. Blige.
Mm.
This is gonna be an interesting one. Give me one
Yeah,
second.
the Queen.
Actually, Scoop DeVille, he produced the recipe.
Scoop did the recipe.
That's what it says. Yeah,
Dre's featured on it though.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of
So
my
yeah,
favorites. Yeah, it sounds like more like a Dre beat than Scoop.
a lot of these motherfuckers trying to
I
gaslight us.
think, yeah, I think he got. I don't know if it's Ghost. That's what I say. Ghost written like Ghost produced credits or something. At this point, you can tell a Dre beat. You know what I'm saying from somebody else. That don't sound like Scoop DeVille. That sound like Dre.
Yeah, and even if Dre did do that shit, they'll say additional production
Right.
by such and such to by Dre and stuff like that. But I always thought Dre did that shit for a little bit
Yeah,
for
it
me.
sounds like a Dre beat.
All right, so Family Affair from the No More Drama album. Love that record. Dun 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 dun
Yes,
dun 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 dun
classic,
dun 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 dun.
classic
Yeah.
joint.
Whenever you hear those Dre sing like that dun dun dun, you know it's gonna be some heat
Right,
though.
and the remix with Jada,
Ooh.
crazy.
Q says some people say Dre did the All Eyes on Me the entire album. No, he did not. He did not
No,
do
he
that
didn't do
entire
that.
album.
No, hell no.
Cause we're not gonna bypass Devontae Swing and DJ Quick and
Daz,
Johnny J, nigga.
Quick, Johnny J.
Don't let these new blog
No,
motherfuckers try to gaslight y'all niggas. He did not do
no,
that
he
whole album.
didn't. He didn't do the whole album because they would have been promoted it like that.
Exactly. All right. And plus around that time, he was not even producing for a lot of Death Row cats at that time. 'Cause the way how Death Row was at that time, he was
Right.
not really vibing with that. So anyway, Mary J. Blige, The Love and Life, Not Today with Eve.
Oof,
That was okay. That was pretty straight.
fire, fire.
I know Jalen, that's Jalen's album right there.
Oh yeah.
All right. Then the documentary, Don't Worry. I like how she sounded on that track.
That's Major Blige. Major Blige album.
I'm gonna say solid, great, solid.
I'm saying GOAT. That's that's like later Mary, but still top tier Mary. Love and Life is a severely underrated. I don't know why people shit on that album.
It's I like it. I don't love it as much as her fan base. Maybe
Right.
I guess
Well,
because
I
at
don't
that
know. I don't see. I don't know how her fan base feel about it. I know how I feel about it. I love the album because it reminded me of like she reunited with Puff. He did some production. You had Dre. You had the collabs with 50 and Jay and Method Man on that, and I thought I was like a banging album. I'm like, bro, like after No More Drama is not too many albums that was good from him. You had the Breakthrough that was great, and to me it was Love and Life, and that's about it. A lot of them other shits was like very middle, bat or whack.
and see that's the thing too because it's like with Love and Life because Mary has came artistically so much, and she even said in interviews during the making of that Love and Life album, like she was just like I'm my own artist because Puffy was still trying to treat like it's like 93, 92.
Yeah,
And some songs it works, some songs it's just like yeah, y'all kind of trying a bit too hard, but now when she came out with the Breakthrough,
yeah,
yeah,
that was dope.
that album was way better. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna break through for Puff one last time. But Love and Life, I do get why fans love it. I just don't love it as much as a fan base.
Family Affair. It's like she still performed that song live. Like out of any song on that album, it's only that she performed.
She does a title track too.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
But see, the thing also
No,
with I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, I was saying like yeah, like no, yeah, the No More Drama and Family Affair. Like she still performed those. You know what I'm saying? But I get what she was doing with Puff and trying to recreate that era of my life and what's the phone one. I think they pulled it off, but it was I don't know. It wasn't a lot of promotion for that album though. Like after the first single with Method Man, it was like they didn't really promote that album.
Definitely. But yeah, if you want to put a goat, I'm not mad at goat. It's the queen of hip hop soul.
Family
All
Affair,
right.
man. Definitely.
Okay, Nas. We are now. We already. I'm not gonna spend too much time on Nas because we already discussed that with the Nas producer tier. I think we put him on mid. So Nas on mid.
I think you should be and get the fuck out of here. That's
Nas
I really don't like Nas Coming. I think that beat is terrible.
is coming.
Um,
I
the
am
Firm album
leaving.
wasn't great. I like some tracks from Dre, but the album was not great at all. You know, like Phone Tap and Firm Fiasco saved that album. You know,
I'm not mad at that. Hold on 1 second. All right. So you're gonna put Nas and get the fuck out of here.
Sam, you like the only one that loved that song, bro. You talk to Nas fans, they don't like that song at all.
I used to like it, but then the more I listened, it was written. It's just like with it was written, it was just like a hit or quit. Like you had the message, you had
Right.
street dreams, you had watch them niggas, affirmative action, and then Nas is coming. It was just like the slow down part,
The,
and it's just the beat because Dre was just you don't expect that from Dre.
he he he's the weakest link on that album, if there was ever
Gee,
one. And when you have Primo and Trackmasters and Havoc, LES, he comes with this shitty ass beat for Nas, and the
Nas is
chorus sucks
coming.
too. With the girls singing, the hook is garbage too. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I'm like, bro, like, and you later, and then a year later, you give him Phone Tap. I'm like, where the fuck was this? That could have been for. It was written.
shit. All right. Now who's next? Oh, we got some hitters next. Okay. Um, Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one of you wants more? Okay, dog pound.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, we were just like I said, I'm gonna count featured appearances too when
Right.
it comes to the dog pound. You know what? I'm gonna count dog pound and Nate Dog. I'm gonna put both of these together because technically Nate is part of dog pound too. Let's just keep it a buck.
Is he? Nate Dogg's part of Dog Pound?
He's an honorary member. Yeah. I mean, his name
Because
is Dog.
he had his own group called 213 with Snoop and Warren G.
213. Yes.
Yeah, that's his group.
I know. I know about. Yeah, I know. Did Dre do stuff for 213? He did it. Oh wow.
Nah.
Interesting. Interesting. But anyway, I didn't get that 213. That album was so hard to come by now.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you want to count in the dog family, you know, Chronic, you know, Daz was rapping on the day the niggas took over. Classic song.
I see. Yes.
Song that was like one of those songs that was definitely written about the LA riots and shit.
Yeah.
Which
Yep.
people don't give the Chronic love for some of the political songs on the album if you really dive
I
deep
agree.
into it.
I agree.
Like we can't be having G things and riding and everything.
Right. Gin and juice and all that. You got to talk about some street shit, some
Yes,
political shit.
yes. And speaking of political shit, Lil Ghetto Boy. No one talks
Right.
about Lil Ghetto Boy. And you
Crazy.
know they shot a video for that song too.
Yeah.
I love how Nate Dogg was singing on that track. Little ghetto boy living in the ghetto, need what you gonna do when you grow up? Like, like it's crazy because they sound like they were just bugged out on that whole fucking song and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That first verse from Snoop Dogg alone, that was just a crazy verse and stuff like that too.
Uh-huh. Facts.
Talking about like the black men in the prison system and shit. But again, niggas don't want to talk about the serious moments, but
Right.
that's another story for a different day.
Right.
Um, Corrupt was on Lyrical Gangbang, fucking dope ass record. Um, well, who else? Who else? Of course, I gotta talk about the B side, puffing on blunts and drinking Tangeray. What
Dope.
y'all know about that one? What y'all know about
Yep.
that track,
Yep.
man? And then the Dog Pound was on Niggas Don't Give a Fuck from Poetic Justice soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? That was a pretty dope song. Then when we get into the doggy style,
Uh-huh.
Dog Pound was on Serial Killer
Yeah.
for all my niggas and bitches.
Right.
Doggy dog world.
Yes.
Ooh la 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 la. It's your
It's
world.
a doggy
It's
dog.
your world. The Dog Pound walks the party all night long till went to the early miles. Yo,
Yeah.
that's his best verse was ever. I
Yeah.
love that verse, man. Like, come on, that might be my favorite single from Doggy Style over Gin
Yeah,
and Juice.
man.
What's my name, man?
Classic.
Ooh, classic. Then you had the dramatics
The dramatics.
talking
In
about
the
Snoop.
video too.
Yes, talking about you, Snoop.
Yep.
That's how you know Death Row was something special. Like
Yeah.
that's like one of those perfect Death Row Records songs. Like, oh my,
Yep.
just for that alone, go, man. But
That's right.
I'm not even gonna go through everything else. Just go. Fuck this. Fuck.
Dre and the fact that Dre mixed the first album,
Yes.
the Dog Pound was just great.
Yes. Speaking of that, that's what I want. I want to do a top best mixed and produced hip hop albums one day.
Yeah.
That would be dope. That
But
would be
I want to ask you what wait Little Ghetto Boys, the Dre, who used the sample better, Dre or RZA? Because Wu Tang did their own Little Ghetto Boys on Wu Tang Forever.
with all due respect to Wu Tang, nothing's gonna top the Chronic version. With all due respect to Wu,
Right.
and I love that Wu version, but that little Ghetto Boy, when I heard that on the
Mhm.
Chronic when I was a kid, man,
Yeah.
that was one of those songs I just heard over and over and over again,
Yeah.
and just even the video too was just something serious and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh yeah. For sure.
the Wu version was dope too. I love the Wu version, but yeah, man. I didn't even go through the whole stuff that they did together, but I just said to myself, you know what? Fuck it. All right, let's go to my girl Truth Hurts. Truth Hurt. What y'all know about Truth Hurts?
Truth
So
hurts.
she was on the song Nasty Mind with D12. That was solid. And then she had an album, Truthfully Speaking, very underrated album in my opinion, very underrated. That song Push Play, and then Jimmy, Queen of the Ghetto, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty cool. Um, she also was on What with Eve and everything like that too. That was another solid track. Um, and of course The Watcher too.
Yeah.
I would say solid.
I didn't like her album though, except for the song with Rakim, the single. That was a huge hit.
Yeah,
But her album, I'm like, this bitch can't sing. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, she got Dre production and she got all these artists on there.
she. It was an
You
interesting
know,
album. I think Dre just did that because he was still prepping on Get Rich Die Trying and some shit.
that song was fire though. Like that was a huge hit. Rock with Rakim on there, and then they
Yeah,
had like the remix, the remix joint. I'm like, yeah, that I didn't like the album though. I was just like the single was fire. That was just enough for me.
right. All right. Now we're gonna go into the game. Mr. Name Drop.
Mr. Name Dropper.
Mister, I'm the best rapper from Compton.
Nice, Mister. I grew up on Illmatic while listening to the Chronic the day after.
You know, I
But Wu
love the
Tang
game.
Forever really made me an MC.
I don't like
And
Jay
now,
Z,
and
but
now I did songs with Compton that didn't see the release. That's what he do. Like in every flow, in every rhyme he do, he name drop something.
what's that thing he always mentions? The red tops. What's that fucking shit he always be mentioning? He always mentions some red top something.
Right.
Like I'm just like, okay, nigga, damn, we know.
I thought Nas beat Jay, but I can't stand Drake. But I'm a Kendrick fan.
I I
Like
don't like Jay, but
he always finds a opportunity to throw in names. I'm like, bro, you gotta stop this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop. If you want to be considered one, yeah, and he had the nerve to sit up there and say he's better than Kendrick. Where?
Mm,
Give me a verse. Let me see that versus battle. Kendrick against the game. Kendrick will wipe the floor with that nigga.
hilarious. But let's talk about the music. Red Rose, White Feelings. That's what you.
Yeah, come on, man.
Every fucking song got the red rose, white feelings.
You gotta stop.
Hold up, before we go to game. What do you think about Rick Ross and French Montana versus coming up?
I don't want to watch it. I'm Team Ross all day. So Ross
Same.
is waxing the floor with that nigga. Yeah, French Montana ain't got a Teflon Don in his discography at all. You know what I'm saying? Like
The
it's
French
it's
coming.
Ross all day. I just want to see the Ross highlights. I want to see when Ross plays Aston Martin music. You know what I'm saying? Or when he plays the Maybach music. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
he gonna wax the floor with French Montana. Like I'm like that's not the verses people want to see. You know what I'm saying? I never liked
it
French. I
should have
think
been
he's
the.
overrated as fuck. I think he's corny. You know what I'm saying? Like the best shit you did was giving Max B a deal when he got out of prison. I give him that. Looking out for Max B when
Right.
he got out. Because Jim Jones didn't do that shit. But other than that, like stick to being an executive. Like I don't think he could rap. I don't see what the hype for him. You know.
How many albums did he even drop?
He dropped and remember he had mixtapes, the Coke Boys mixtapes and shit. I'm like, I ain't listening to
Oh,
none of that.
all
None
those
of that
mix.
shit.
Okay.
And he
Yeah,
and he was like I think he like executive produced the Chinks Drugs album. The Chinks brought out better music than him, and he's dead.
mm, mm.
I'm
Versus
like,
has been
yeah,
trash this season.
Ross
But
gonna
anyway,
beat his ass. I just want to see the Ross highlights. I'm not even trying to watch the whole damn thing.
same. All right, so the game he did West Side Story, Higher. Fucking love Higher. That's an underrated track.
Yeah,
Start from scratch with Marsha. Don't need your
fire.
love with Faith Evans and shit. You know what I'm saying? Dope. The game.
Yeah,
The game was also on Hustlers with Nas on the Hip Hop Is Dead song album and stuff. Um, Jesus Piece, he did Dead People, which I never cared for that Jesus Piece album.
right.
So that's pretty much it. I would say solid or great for me. I don't
I would
even.
say great for the first album he did for a game. That's definitely a
Yeah.
classic.
All right. Let's go to. I'm gonna give the appetite. I'm just gonna get D12 out the way and shit. Fuck it. Um, D12. Devil's Night. Um, Ain't Nothing But Music. Fight Music. Revelation. It's funny because my favorite track on that one of my favorite tracks is Purple Pills and stuff like that. That was one of my favorite tracks on that album and shit. But solid album. Not a classic album. I never really consider Devil's Night a classic. Um, Also D12 World. He did American Psycho 2 with Be Real. I never liked D12 World
Fire.
to be real with you. You said
Yeah.
what?
that song was fire, but the album wasn't good. It wasn't as good.
Yeah, I would say
I say
mid.
solid. Cause I do like D12 Night. I think that was fire.
So you say solid, I say mid.
Yeah.
Hmm.
You say mid? Okay. I like the D12 first album. The second one wasn't as good. And they got a new one
We
coming
can go
out.
solid. Fuck.
They got a new one dropping.
I heard about that.
Yeah. I don't know if he's on
All
it.
right, now let's go to Exhibit. So started with Exhibit. We're gonna start with No Limit Top Dog. He was on the classic song "Bitch Please" and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Love that record. I actually like that record more than the sequel from the Marshall Mathers LP. Nothing against that one though, but and then the Game Don't Wait remix and shit. On 2001, What's the Difference? One of my favorite
Mm,
tracks,
yeah.
maybe my favorite track on that album. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And of course, some LA niggas that was fire.
yeah.
Then the Marshall Mathers LP, Bitch Please 2, that was okay. You know what I'm saying? Then the Restless album, which that was good. I don't like it as much as other fans. With Exhibit, I'm more of a first two albums guy.
Right.
But I mean, Restless was cool. I liked X with Melman and Scott Storch. You Know with Dr. Dre was cool. Best of Things. Um, and then on Nocturnal's album, the Straight West Coast remix and stuff like that too. That was pretty dope. Then Man versus the Machine. Um, Choke Me, Spank Me, Pull My Hair.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Fire. Fire.
Um, Losing My Mind with Snoop was cool. Yeah, Man on the Machine, Man versus the Machine was okay. I didn't really care for that too much. Then, of course, a Napalm album, Lewis the 13th and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? King T and Alcoholic, that was okay. That was alright. You know what I'm saying? It's nice that Exhibit was rapping with like the cats that put him on like King T and Alcoholics
Right.
and shit.
Right.
So that's like a coming circle moment. And Loose Cannons from the Compton album was okay. So what you think? Solid, great.
I like to me I like the stuff Dre did. Like Restless 2000 to me was a classic. I love Man versus Machine. I must say solid.
You said solid? Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. Eve. Eve. Alrighty. With Eve, we're gonna start off with the Scorpion album. That's What It Is with Styles P. Fucking dope beat,
Yes.
classic song.
Yep.
Um, Let Me Blow Your Mind, another song I definitely love and shit like that too. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? Yeah, that Scorpion now is classic.
Oh yeah, for sure. Goat
Then the
goat tier.
yes. Do I love it as much as Rough Riders First Lady? Hard to say after we listen to it.
Mm.
But
It's
Evil,
close. It's close.
right. Keep in mind, she wrote her shit. Keep in
Oh yeah.
mind.
Oh yeah.
We don't talk about that with Eve. A lot of female rappers at the time was writing their shit, but okay.
Right. Facts.
Evolution, What and Satisfaction.
Mm.
Now Evolution was it was
It was
cool.
yeah.
You said what?
It was okay.
Yeah, you can tell they were trying to like come like more radio friendly. But
Hmm.
Satisfaction,
That's fine.
that was fire and stuff, you
Oh yeah.
know. And of course, we mentioned Not Today. We mentioned Rich
Hmm.
Girl.
Yep.
Um, yeah, yeah, I definitely feel Eve maybe GOAT.
Goat status. Yeah.
Look at that.
Is that our first woman goat? Oh, Mary and Eve in the goat status.
Yeah,
Goat tier.
I like that. I like
It's
that.
dope. Right.
I love the women representation on this tier list.
Oh
I
yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Speaking of women, let's talk Marsha and Brocious because
Ooh.
we gotta talk about the album that she came out
Oh yeah.
last. You gotta talk about that.
2024.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. We're gonna start with Start from Scratch documentary. We mentioned that one. Get You Some. She did a couple songs on Big Bang, Cocaina and Get You Some
Hmm.
and stuff like that too. Both dope. As well as Friends and Lovers. On the Friends and Lovers album, 2014, she did Stronger with Dre. I have to re-listen to that one to be real.
Yeah.
But the Casablanca album,
Oh
oh
yes.
my god,
Yes.
fucking fire album, man. Oh my god.
Definitely.
In my opinion, way better than the Missionary album.
Hmm.
Was
Way
way
better.
like, you know what? Just for that album, go. I mean, great,
Yeah.
yeah, great.
Definitely. I don't know. I don't know what happened between him doing this album for Marsha and then doing the Snoop album, but that Snoop album sucks.
I didn't really think it sucked. I just thought it was underwhelming. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess people don't like it because the same thing with the whole Nas and Primo.
Hmm.
They expected 1992, 1993, and me personally with that album, I just felt like that. While it was good, it wasn't great.
Primo had better production for Nas though
He
on
did.
that album. The singles they picked were not even great. Like he had one song with Tom Petty and Jelly Roll, and Tom Petty is dead.
Yeah, I never cared for Tom Petty.
You know what I'm
He's
saying? And even the Method Man feature I didn't like. I'm like, this is Method Man. The Method Man feature wasn't even good.
definitely. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Look at all the women representation. I love it.
Yeah,
Damn, this weekend's gonna be cold here. What the fuck? It was just hot. How is it gonna be 59 degrees in May? What the
yeah.
fuck?
This spring
This is
is
crazy.
weird weather.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm glad I'm off Friday and Saturday because I might just, I don't even know if I'm gonna go out like that. Actually, Saturday I might go out to this 80s no phone party. I don't know. I saw it on Facebook. I was like, let me check this shit out.
Hmm.
But one thing about these theme parties in North Carolina, some of these theme parties, it's like they might say, "Oh, a reggae party," but I go in a party, they're gonna play like some hip hop and R&B. I was like, "If it's a reggae party, I want to hear reggae
Right,
all fucking party and shit." You know, fuck.
right. They're gonna switch it up.
Uh, right. Like I better hear all 80s music, like 80s rap, 80s R&B, 80s
Yeah.
pop. I don't know if I'm gonna play R&B, New Jack Swing, but if I hear anything past 1989. Now, if it's 1990, okay, I'll let it slide. But if it's 19, if I hear Rum Shaker, I'm gonna leave. Like I'm
Rump shaker. Oh no, not rump
no,
shaker.
I like Rum Shaker, but I just want to hear 80s music if I go to this 80s party. If I go,
Right.
if I go, good. I don't know if I feel like going out. But let's stay in our R&B bag and shit like that.
Mhm.
Innocent Pack and everything. Innocent Pack.
Oh yeah.
I gotta give love to Innocent Pack. He's definitely one of my favorites in this generation.
Hmm.
That Malibu album, I fucking love that Malibu album.
Classic.
Um,
My favorite
yes,
one.
Oxnard. Let's talk about Oxnard. Who are
Oxnard.
you? Like Mansa Musa, Cheers, and that was all. To me, his best album is Oxnard. That's to me his best album.
Mm.
Yes. Have you ever heard this Grand Theft Auto: The Contract thing that Drake came out with?
Yeah, that I did hear that. That's when the last one came out.
Yeah,
Um, that was actually decent, but like they only promoted it with the game, and then that was it. You didn't. I don't even think it's like there's a physical copy for that.
yeah. All right, so I would say solid for Pack.
You know what? I didn't like the production on Oxnard.
Really?
Like, yeah, it didn't sound like Dre. It sounded like I don't know what I don't know if he was like trying to update his sound for now. Like the only songs I like was the Q-Tip joint and the one with Snoop Dogg. Anywhere, because that sounds like Chronic, Dre. Everything else, I'm like, what the fuck is this? And he had help with the production. Like he had Melman
Right.
on that shit. So maybe that was more Melman in him, but I'm like, yo, this is not Dre on here.
I see your point though, and again, it's what people also don't like about the Missionary album because
Yeah,
people don't. Because
yeah,
Dre's obviously he's not going to do the same album twice.
right. He had Focus help him and them joints. So I think that was more like their sound than Dre. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is not Dre.
Definitely. I so we got a few more people left. Let's go to Raekwon.
This nigga knocked down Boozy.
What?
Little Boozy at the Hawks game. He got knocked down in the front row.
Oh damn! By the
That
basketball?
shit funny. At the Hawks game, yeah, he got knocked down in the front row.
Jesus Christ!
He's still on the floor.
Well,
That shit.
it'll be on social media by
That's what you get
8:30.
for being in the front row.
I mean, he is a Trumpy, so
This shit. And his team losing bad. They're about to be sent home for the summer. I told you all the Hawks wasn't shit.
all right. So Raekwon, only built for my Cuban links too. Catalina and About Me. Um, Catalina, I love that record with Life Jennings. About Me was dope. You know what I'm saying? Only Built for Cuban Links 2 was just a classic sequel. I don't
Yes.
give a fuck.
Yes.
Now he's talking about doing a part 3. I'm like, no, leave it alone, Raekwon, please.
Yeah, he don't. I don't want to hear no part three at this point. Like AZ dropping part three next week of Do or Die. I'm like, I'm not. I don't even have high hopes for that album.
Yeah, and I was just talking with my homeboys about Do or Die. I like Do or Die, but I do feel like the last 3 tracks in the first album was kind of hit or miss and stuff like that too. But
Yeah,
Do or Die 2 was dope. I feel like it definitely sustained its legacy, but I don't know Do or Die. I don't know about the Do or Die
yeah. We don't.
3.
We didn't ask for part three, man. Like, leave it alone. We don't need a part three with Cuban Link. Like he good. Part two was good. The Catalina, I love Catalina, and the other drink that Dre did on there, like it was fire.
Right. All right. So I'll say great.
Yeah.
Okay. These last 4. All right, give me 1 second.
Did we
The
do
only
corrupt?
try.
We did corrupt yet?
Yeah, yeah. Corrupt was part of the whole dog pound.
No, I mean like the solo corrupt.
Well, I mean, I put that with the dog pound. We can do solo corrupt too. Yeah,
Okay, because he was on corruption.
yeah. We can freak it. What's the one? Not we can freak it. Ask yourself a question.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was solid. That was solid and shit like that too.
that
One of
that
my
double album is not good though.
it's not good, nah.
No.
And even on 2001, Explosive. Love that record. Let's
Oh
get
yes,
high
definitely.
and everything. Two of his standout moments from that one.
Yes.
So
Next
yeah,
episode.
Dr. Dre, young busters.
Yes.
All right. Now before we get to Snoop and Eminem, let's give love to Bishop Lamont. Even though his shit got shelved and shit like that too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He still sounded good with Dre. And there was this one song I like from him. 1 second. Hallelujah with Exhibit. That was cool and everything. I don't yeah, he also did a song, what's the fucking song? Grow Up and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. I felt it was pretty solid relationship, even though the album didn't really come out. It got shelved. What you think?
I only heard though the leaked tracks on like years ago when Who Kid played it on Gina Radio. Like that's I don't even remember those songs. I remember hearing it and that was it. Like
Right.
he was playing like the some leaked songs and shit, and the album never came out.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, the last two.
Obi Trice, we ain't do him.
Right, we didn't do Obi Trice. I forgot about him. Obi Trice, Obi Trice. Oh, yeah, he did have some heat with Dre. He did have some heat with Dre. Hold
Yes,
on
he
one.
did. The Cheers album.
Yes. All right. The setup with Nate Dogg, that was dope.
That was fire, yeah.
Um,
That
shit
was a
hits the
single, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Shit hits the fan with Dre and
that's my
Eminem
point.
was fire.
That was dope.
Yeah. Look in my eyes when Nate Dogg was another dope one and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he had some heat though. I fucking love this shit. You know that album, that Cheers
Definitely,
album, is so underrated.
definitely.
Very, very, very underrated and stuff like that too. But you know, Shady Records, they didn't know how to promote him that well. To be real with you, but I'll put him on great.
I feel like they promoted him. Is just that you know he has an underground fan base. He wasn't mainstream.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I felt like they promoted him though. Like that, they played the videos were being played. I see they promoted the posters were everywhere and shit.
Mm. I feel what you're saying though, but I know like yeah, I definitely feel what you're saying. I definitely feel maybe they could have
He,
done
wa-
more. You
he
know,
wasn't mainstream enough. That's what it is.
yeah. All right, Snoop Dogg, Double G. I'm gonna take it back to deep
We,
cover.
we did Nate Dogg.
Yeah, we did Nate Dogg. We
Okay.
put him with the dog. I remember.
His solo albums. We did the Nate Dogg stuff.
Yeah, I remember. I put all that with the goat shit, but we can.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but like the all corrupt Nate Dogg, they're all in goat because you know the shit that he
Right.
did with Dog was all fire.
Right.
But deep cover, that was dope. Even though Dr. Dre never liked that song and
Crazy.
shit.
You never liked the song.
No, he never liked it.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Then the shit he did on the Chronic, like the Chronic intro, Dre Day, nothing but
Hmm.
a G thing, these nuts,
The whole album.
bitches, shit, practically almost the whole album. Yeah,
The whole damn album we on basically.
and then jumping into Doggy Style, the whole album. I mean, I'm not even
Yeah.
lottie dotty from the shiznit for all my
Right.
niggas and bitches. Doggy dog world. Ooh la 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 la. I mean, classics. Ain't no fun.
Yeah.
I mean, all classics and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Goat.
All right,
Goat tier. The goat tier. Stranded on Death Row, man. That's a underrated posse cut.
definitely. Uh, and then of course they had that little break. They reunited on No Limit Top Dog, Just Dippin', Buck 'em, Bitch Please. All fucking dope album songs on a very underrated and, in my opinion, personal classic album.
Yes. Last Meal.
Ooh, yes,
That joint.
yes. Last Meal,
Yes.
fucking fire album. He did
Hmm.
Hennessy and Buddha, Lay Low, True Lies, and stuff like
Everything.
that too. You know, um, and he did the theme to the Wash with DJ Pooh.
Right.
That was fire and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Then also on the blue carpet treatment,
Mm.
Boss's Life.
Yes.
Even though
Akon.
I like the version with Nate Dogg more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The one with Akon was cool, but the one with Nate Dogg it fits more. But that was
Right.
only released on the single. On the album, Akon was on the album, which that was kind
Yeah.
of weird though. Round Here and Imagine. I love that song Imagine and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And then the Missionary album. Oh boy,
Ooh.
That's just the stain right there.
The blemish, the one blemish.
But you know what? I'm gonna put Snoop on GOAT.
Yes, even with the one bad album, he still go tier.
Last but not least, Eminem. Okay, let's because he has some good stuff with Dre, but then
Yeah,
there was some stuff from Dre that was just like, ooh. So let's start with the Slim Shady LP. Surprisingly, he only did 3 songs on this album. My Name Is, Guilty Conscience, and Role Model. Three of
that's
my
the
favorite tracks on the
big
album.
hits. That's the big
Yeah,
single.
3 of my favorite songs, especially Role Model with Mailman.
Yeah,
That dun 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 dun
yes,
dun dun. I love that
yeah.
record.
Takes one from the Outsiders in the video with him.
Yes.
Crazy
All right. He was on What's the Difference? Forget About Dre on 2001.
classic.
Marshall Mathers LP. The Real Slim Shady. Remember Me. Bitch Please 2. I'm Back. I mean, even though there was some in songs like Kill You was okay, it was still a song. I love Remember Me with RBX and Sticky Fingers. I love that record.
Yes, that was fire.
Then the Eminem show, we got Business. We
Hmm.
got Say What You Say. My Dad's Gone Crazy. Fucking fire songs, fire. Eminem show probably one of his last really great
Yes,
albums.
definitely.
Then we're gonna go into Encore. Oh
Oh,
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
I didn't. The production that even Dre did
Hey,
was some of my least favorite, like Big
Drake,
Weenie.
Drake couldn't save that album, bro. Ass
Uh,
like that? Come on, man.
like you proud of a song like
No,
that, ass like that.
no,
Encore, Rain Man. I mean,
no.
nah, fam,
That's
nah.
one of the worst Eminem albums ever.
Then we're gonna go into Relapse, a much better album. But
Yes.
there was some songs. I love We Made You,
Uh,
Backpats from
I
Baghdad. I
didn't
love
like
that.
that. I didn't like that as a single.
Why was it the
But
parody?
I
Was
never liked his first singles. Other than My Name Is, I never and Not Afraid. When anytime he dropped the first single, I never Real Slim Shady. I never liked that song from the second
man?
album.
I was so tired of Not Afraid when that song came
We,
out. That was everywhere and
we Made
everything.
You. I never liked that song. It's usually like the first singles. I never like the first singles from his albums.
Right. I don't blame you. All right. Um, moving on. We're gonna go into the Relapse Refill, like Hell Breaks Loose. I love that beat. Music Box,
Yeah,
Recovery, which is an interesting album. So Bad and Riders. I didn't really care for those beats like that, to be real
I
with
like the
you.
So Bad joint. What was the other one again?
Riders.
I don't even remember that joint.
It was a bonus track.
Oh, yeah, that's why.
Yeah, and then we're gonna go into Music to Be Murdered By, which I actually fuck with this album and stuff. I like Never Love Again. Little Engine was dope. Lock It Up. You know what I'm saying? This might be one of the few Eminem albums I enjoyed in a minute because when it comes to I'm not gonna count Revival because he only did the Remind Me intro, and I didn't care for that album. To me, that's
Right.
actually his worst album next to Encore. I never thought he could actually make an album as worse as
You didn't
Encore,
think you didn't think it could get worse, right?
but right.
Oh Lord.
Um, and then Death of Slim Shady, he did Lucifer and Road Rage. Those were pretty solid. That Death of Slim Shady, I need to get my hands on that album. I actually enjoy that album and shit.
That was a
You
nice
know what I'm saying?
comeback for him. There's still some songs I skip on that album, though, but it was he showed signs of vintage Eminem on that album.
Right.
It was listenable. I could listen to that over Revival and Kamikaze and all that other shit he was dropping. I'm like, yo, he actually found
Right,
himself again.
right, and it's like lyrically, he's always been dope in his pen game. Well, Encore, I don't know what he was doing lyrically, but for the most part, he's always been dope. It's just sometimes his ear for beats can sometimes be hit or miss, especially even though I love Dre. Sometimes Dre didn't always give him his right the best shit.
The beats, the songs, and then he was fascinated with the accents, doing the Arnold Schwarzenegger accent,
Right. Yeah.
the Pakistani accent. Like, come on, man. He was on drugs. Like, he
Right.
literally was recording shit when he was on drugs.
It be like that. So with
Yeah,
Eminem, controversial. I want to put him on greats.
I want to put him on GOAT, but just for the first three albums, though. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Because after that, the only other albums I liked from M was Recovery and Relapse and Recovery and Marshall Mathers too. But I think Dre only did like executive produce Marshall Mathers too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that was a decent sequel. It wasn't great though. But that's really the only other Eminem albums I like. I don't like the other shit that he came out with. You know, but he got three classics to me from like that Dre was on. So I feel like that's a goat. It's weird because his discography is shitty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he still got classics like the three certified albums that makes him a goat.
So this is. I knew this was gonna get a lot of. I knew this was gonna because
He might, bro, like out of any genre, Eminem might be the only one to have like a weird discography where he got like three classics and then everything else is like middle shit. You know what I'm saying?
mm, okay. We can put him on go. We can put him on go.
I mean, if you he could be in solid too, but like to me, he has three classics that the first three aftermath classics that Dre was on. I think that's his best shit. And then it's like everything else is either mid or is not so good or is just trash. Especially like the latter shit, like Kamikaze and Revival. I skipped Music to Be Murdered by Part Two because I was like I ain't listening to Part Two. Part One was okay. I don't like it like that though. And like he found himself on Death of Slim Shady, but it was some shit that I skipped on that too.
Facts. Okay.
He
Well,
he's he's in the process of like if he drop another album now, I want to say like hopefully he found himself again. He found his sound and his voice again. Because if he drop another album that's whack, I might be done like listening to them all together. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't take another whack album from M.
mm, all right. Well, we finished the tier list. So for goat, NWA, DOC, 50 Cent, Tupac, Dog Pound, Mary J. Blige, Eve, Nate Dogg, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Corrupt, um, Great, Busta Rhymes, Above the Law, King T, Ice Cube, Gwen Stefani, Warren G, The Game, Martian Broshers, Raekwon, Obi Trice, Solid, Jay
What
Z, Misha, huh?
Kendrick?
I mean, he only did like that one song from the Compton. I didn't even include him on the. He only did that one song. It was on the
Yeah,
Compton
he didn't
album.
he didn't produce for Kendrick none of Kendrick's albums, which is interesting.
Yeah, he just really put him on and shit.
Right.
Gwen Stefani, Warren G, The Game, Martian Brochures, Raekwon, and Obi Trice. Solid, Jay Z, Michelet, Truth Hurts, D12, Exhibit, Innocent Pack, Bishop Lamont, Mid, JJ Fad, and Get the Fuck Out of Here, Nas.
Oh God. The one whack tier was Nas on there, which is crazy.
That's insane. Like
Oh
that's very
man.
insane.
Talk about a lopsided tier ranking.
Mm,
My man gave Eminem some classics compared to Nas.
yeah, but yeah, man, I feel like this is a very solid tier ranking list and everything like that too. Um, I definitely feel it was pretty fun. It's interesting going through Dre's discography. So yeah, I definitely fuck with this. Um, what was I gonna
We
say?
didn't we
What?
didn't we didn't add we didn't add Rashcast. He did Ghetto Fabulous for Rashcast.
He did do that. Oh
That was on
shit.
Assassination.
Yeah, and that was a good one too. Mm, yeah, that was a pretty good one. Yeah, I'll put him on great. I'll put him on great just for that song. But yeah, man, this was definitely a fun review. I thought it would be much longer than this,
Now,
honestly.
now I'm
But
starting to remember the other shit he did. Cypress Hill Puppet Master. He
right,
was on that. That was fire.
yeah, I couldn't include everybody. It was a lot. I
I
could
know.
include. I could.
Yo, you know what's crazy? There's a Coolio interview. I think it was with Vlad, and Coolio said he's the only West Coast dude that didn't do shit with Drake.
That's
Remember, because he was
interesting.
like he wasn't. Everybody was running to Drake for big hits, and Coolio was like, "Nah, I ain't do shit with Drake."
Right.
That's true. He ain't do nothing with Drake.
Shit. But other than that, like I said, I'm gonna reschedule the Cisco review for tomorrow with Ashley because I'm hungry as hell, and I feel like if I do two videos back to back, I'm gonna be tired, and there's some stuff I have to finish up later on. But anyway, other than that, so I was thinking next week I want to do that Zapp and Rogers discography breakdown
All right.
sometime next week. I like the one we did with Ohio players, so a lot of those
Yeah, that was dope.
vintage R&B funk motherfuckers,
That was a classic one we did.
and yeah, that was classic. And besides, like we can talk about a lot of motherfuckers use samples of G funks and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that would be fun. I'm also gonna include. I'm gonna send you the list. I'm also gonna include Roger solo shit too.
All right,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? So it'll be very interesting and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, other than that, I feel like this is a pretty. Other than that, I feel like it's a pretty solid episode. I might come up with some reviews also next week. Try to get some
Okay.
ideas out the way. I'm trying to catch up after my whole Wi-Fi fiasco last week because last week I barely could get any Wi-Fi. I was just like when I was trying to do some shit, the Wi-Fi was just messing up and everything. So yeah. Plus I was going through some shit last week. That's what I was trying to say. But other than that, that's pretty much all I say. I'm still thinking about doing some TV show movie reviews. I know the Golden Girls review is coming up very soon
Nice.
and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Just watch the shit too.
Collection video is gonna be some. You said what?
I was just watching some Golden
You said
Girls
what?
episodes. I was watching some Golden Girls episodes
Nice, nice.
and some old ones.
Yeah. What else? Make sure y'all check out the Michael quick recap and everything. I filmed and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
know that it's not a review. That's just quick thoughts and everything like that too. I know Mike said he wanted to do a review on the movie at some point, so I'm gonna wait to see what he says and shit. Um,
Right.
other than that, yeah, I think that's all I have to say for right now. Anything you got going on?
Tomorrow, we'll take some filtered 9 p.m. Eastern time. YouTube. Me and Nick. You're gonna be doing the top 10 '90s rappers, best discographies from '90s artists, and yeah, that's it for now. I got some unboxings coming up, but that's gonna be like next, like the weekend or next week. So, um, 16 bars. Stay strong. Fight the fight. We all pulling for you. It's not looking good for him, but I
Yes.
hope he still pulls through. He still pulls through it and beats cancer. And yeah, just stay tuned.
Definitely, definitely. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Starship. Shout out to everybody and stuff like that too. Kuji, keep your head up. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And yeah, I will see y'all later. Hopefully I can give y'all another CD recap early May and stuff like that too. I know May I finally got some DJ gigs coming up and stuff, so I'm gonna be pretty busy during the later part of May and stuff like that too, and just dropping some. Hopefully, I can drop some music. But again, I'm trying to catch up after this whole Wi-Fi fiasco and everything. So hopefully, just stay tuned for some dope shit. Um, I'm gonna talk to you about this Zap and Rod to see what our schedules are and stuff like that. Cause
All right.
my manager's trying to fix up one thing on my schedule
All
and
right.
stuff like that too. So yeah, thank y'all so much, and I'll see y'all niggas later. Peace.
Peace.